Hello friends, today we are starting the very important article from this chapter, that is the dot product of two vectors. So now if a bar and b bar are non-zero vectors, non-zero vector, when we can say that vectors are non-zero if their magnitudes are not equals to 0. If a bar and b bar are two non-zero vector, then their dot product is denoted by this notation, a bar dot b bar, and it is defined as a bar dot b bar is equal to magnitude of a bar into magnitude of b bar into cos theta. So this will be the definition of dot product. If you observe here, product of three term is there. So what is the first term? Magnitude of this first vector. What is the second term? Magnitude of this second vector into what? Cos theta. Now this theta is nothing but angle between a bar and b bar. A bar and b bar are what? Two vectors. Means here magnitude of a bar can simply be denoted by a. If we are not considering here bar, means we are not considering direction. We are considering only the magnitude. Magnitude means what? Length of that vector. Second term in this definition is magnitude of second vector. Magnitude is denoted by this notation or simply by b. So again, hope you have got it. If you are not giving bar, means we have considered only the magnitude into what? Cos theta, and theta is nothing but angle between these two vector a bar and b bar. So let us try to understand what is the meaning of angle between two vector. If a bar and b bar are any two vector having same initial point, at that time this theta is nothing but here angle between these two vector we have denoted by what? Theta. Now if we are denoting this angle by theta, then one possibility is that that may be possible that a bar and b bar coincide each other and are in the same direction. At that time we can say that this angle will be equals to 0, means may be possible that value of theta is 0, or may be possible that value of theta is acute or right angle or obtuse angle, or may be equals to pi. Pi means what? 180 degrees. Means if a bar and b bar are two vector having opposite direction, having what? Opposite direction, at that time we can say that angle between these two vector is equal to what? Is equal to pi. So here this, if theta is angle between a bar and b bar, then there what is the possibility? May be possible that theta is 0, or may be possible that theta is in between 0 and 180 or equal to 180. Pi means here pi radian is equal to 180 degrees. So these are some ideas about theta. Theta means angle between a bar and b bar. Now we are getting some very important result applying this definition. So let us discuss about the important result which you are getting from the definition of dot product. So just now we have seen the definition of dot product, that a bar dot b bar is defined as what? Magnitude of a bar into magnitude of b bar into cos theta. So using this definition, now we are getting some important result. Every result is very important while solving the example. So try to understand it. So here if you observe this definition, what is first term here? Product of three term is there. So observe what is first term. First term is nothing but magnitude of first vector. Magnitude means what? Length of that vector. Length is nothing but a number, 3 centimeter or 4 centimeter or 3 unit, 4 unit. It is nothing but one number. What is second term? First term is nothing but one number. This magnitude of b bar is also length of that b bar. That is also a number. Length is nothing but can be measured in a number, 7, 8 units or centimeter. And third term is cos theta. Theta is nothing but angle between these two vectors. Suppose that value of theta is equal to say 45 degree. Then cos 45 is what? 1 by root 2, means it is also a number. Means here three terms are there. First term is also a number, second term is also a number, and third term is also a number. And product of three number is again what? New number. So that's why we are saying that dot product of two vector is nothing but a real number. That real number may be positive or may be negative or may be equal to 0. So in mathematics, real number is called as what? Scalar. That's why we can say that the value of dot product of two vector, means dot product is also called as what? Scalar product, because dot product of two vector is which quantity? Scalar quantity. That's why we are saying that here dot product of two vector is nothing but a scalar quantity. That's why dot product is also called as scalar product. So then second important result. Now this is again, see, in vector definitions are not important, conditions are important, because applying conditions we have to solve the example. if you'll observe this important result, that if A bar and B bar are collinear vector, if A bar and B bar are collinear vector, at that time what? The value of angle between them, means value of theta, is either equal to 0 or either equal to what? Pi, where we can say that the value will be equals to 0, that this will be say vector A bar and this will be say vector B bar. Both A bar and B bar are having same initial point and are in the same direction. At that time we can say that these two vectors lie on what? Same line. That's why we can say that these two vectors are collinear, and if they lie in this, if they are in the same direction, at that time we can say that angle between them is equal to 0. If we are substituting this value of theta is equal to 0 here, means here already we have substituted value of theta is equal to 0. What is the value of cos 0? Cos 0 is equal to 1. And 1 into magnitude of A bar into magnitude of B bar will be magnitude of A bar into magnitude of B bar. Means what result we have got? If theta is equal to 0, at that time value of dot product of two vector is equal to product of their magnitude. Now what is the second possibility? That theta is equal to pi. When we can say that theta is equal to pi, these two vectors are collinear, means lie on the same line but are in the opposite direction. If they are in the opposite direction, then this angle will be equals to 180 degree. 180 degree means we can say that this angle will be equals to pi. And if this angle will be equals to pi, let us see what value of dot product we are getting. Again we are applying the same definition, only we are replacing this theta by what? Theta is equal to pi. And we know that cos pi means cos 180 is equal to minus 1. And minus 1 into magnitude of A bar into B bar will be minus magnitude of A bar into B bar. So in this way we are getting two results. Here we are getting plus, or here we are getting what? Minus. So that's why here we have written the value of dot product will be either plus or minus product of magnitude of A bar and B bar, when this condition is satisfying if two vectors are what? Collinear. So again we have got the new condition to show that vectors are collinear, but let us revise all the conditions which you have got in last 3-4 articles. So if two vectors are collinear, collinear vectors are also called as what? Parallel vectors. So if two vectors are parallel, then we have already seen that either A bar is expressed by scalar multiple of B bar or B bar is expressed as scalar multiple of A bar. This condition already we have seen, which is satisfying if two vectors are collinear. Again in linear combination we have proved one condition as a theorem also. I think it is our first theorem in linear combination or first theorem in the vectors, that if the linear combination of two vectors is equal to 0, at that time also we can say that two vectors are collinear. Collinear vectors are also called as what? Parallel vector. Either we can say that vectors are collinear or collinear vectors are also called as parallel. That part also already we have discussed in previous videos. And this condition is satisfying if two vectors are represented in what? Cartesian form. In this case, let one vector is say A bar is equal to A1 I cap plus B1 j cap plus C1 k cap, and second vector is say B bar is equal to A2 I cap plus B2 j cap plus C2 k cap. How we have got this result, that part also we have discussed in one video, that if these two vectors are parallel or collinear, at that time A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 is equal to C1 upon C2. This condition is satisfying. And when we are applying this condition, if two vectors are represented in Cartesian form, when we can say that vectors are in Cartesian form, if the vectors are represented in terms of I cap, j cap, k cap. Well, and just now we have got one another condition, that value of dot product, value of what? Dot product is either plus magnitude of A bar into B bar or minus magnitude of A bar into B bar, when this condition is satisfying if two vectors are collinear. Or if any one of these four condition is satisfying, at that time we can say that vectors are collinear. Collinear vectors are also called as parallel. Or if vectors are parallel, these conditions are satisfying, or any one of these condition is satisfying, we can say that vectors are what? Parallel. So remember this condition. So very important word in this, in the vectors are what? Collinear, non-collinear, coplanar, non-coplanar. That's why you should have to know this important condition. Well, now see the next important result which you are getting, if two vectors are perpendicular. Now this is the first important condition which you are getting if two vectors are what? Perpendicular. Up till now we have got some condition to show that vectors are what? Parallel or what? Collinear. Now which condition is satisfying if two vectors are what? Perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular vectors are also called as orthogonal vector. This is alternate word for perpendicular. If two vectors are perpendicular, or we can say that orthogonal, at that time we know that angle theta between them is equal to 90 degree. 90 degree in radian can be written as what? Pi by 2. Now we are substituting this value of theta in the definition of dot product. So what is our definition? A B cos theta. Replace theta by what? Pi by 2. So cos pi by 2, cos 90. We know that cos 90 is equal to 0, and 0 into any term will be equals to what? 0. Means if the dot product of two vector is equals to 0, at that time what result we are getting? Vectors are perpendicular, or we can say that if vectors are perpendicular, at that time the dot product is equal to what? 0. And this is the very important condition we should have to know to show that two vectors are perpendicular. If two vectors are given to us, and to show that these two vectors are perpendicular, find the value of their dot product. And in case if the value of dot product is 0, then we can conclude that these two vectors are perpendicular to each other. Now its converse part, if the value of dot product is 0, at that time what different possibilities we are getting? If you observe the definition of this dot product, here product of three term is there, 1 2 3. If any one of these three term is 0, at that time dot product will become what? 0. If first term is 0, means magnitude of a bar is equal to 0, means if a bar is a 0 vector, at that time also this dot product will become what? 0. That's why dot product becomes 0 if magnitude of first vector is 0. In the same way, if magnitude of second vector is 0, or this theta is equal to what? 90. We know that cos 90 is equal to 0. 90 means what? These two vectors are what? Perpendicular to each other. Means dot product is 0 if either magnitude of first vector is 0 or second vector is 0, or these two vectors are perpendicular. But if these two vector a bar and b bar are non-zero, non-zero means their magnitudes are not 0, but till the value of dot product is 0, means definitely these two vectors are what? Perpendicular. If a bar and b bar are what? Non-zero vector, means their magnitudes are not 0, but the value of dot product is 0, means definitely these two vectors are perpendicular. Hope the condition for vectors to be perpendicular is clear. Again remember that this is the first condition which you are getting to show that vectors are perpendicular. Means to show that two vectors are perpendicular, simply show that their dot product is equal to what? 0. And if a bar and b bar are non-zero vector, then until their dot product is 0, means it implies that these two vectors are what? Perpendicular to each other. Again we will discuss few more important results. Now let us check whether the commutative property holds in dot product or not. Already we have seen the definition of dot product, that a bar dot b bar is equal to ab cos theta. Using the same definition, we can say that b bar dot b bar dot a bar will be equals to ba cos theta. Now a and b are nothing but what? Numbers. Say here 3 into 2 is also 6, and 2 into 3 into 2 is also 6. Means if you are interchanging these two numbers, the product does not changes. So b into a can also be written as what? A into b. But ab cos theta is the value of what? A bar dot b bar. So ab cos theta is equal to a bar dot b bar. Means what important result we have got here? A bar dot b bar is equal to b bar dot a bar. So if this condition is satisfying, at that time we can say that the commutative property is satisfied in case of dot product. So well, next important result, let us discuss about distributive property. According to distributive property, a bar dot b bar plus c bar can be written as, first take the dot product of a bar with what? B bar. Means what we will get? A bar dot b bar. Plus keep it as it is, then take the dot product of a bar with what? C bar. So what we will get? A bar dot c bar. Means take the dot product of a bar with both the terms in this bracket. So first term will be a bar dot b bar plus a bar dot c bar, where this result is called as what? Distributive property. Means we can say that dot product satisfies distributive property also and commutative property also. So remember that this property we have to apply while solving the example. Now again remember one of the important result, that if a bar and b bar are two vector and m are nothing but scalar. Scalar means what? Real number. At that time let us see which condition is satisfying. Then m a bar dot n b bar. If we are finding dot product of these two vector, but m is multiplied to a bar and n is multiplied to b bar, at that time it can be written as m into n a bar dot b bar, m into n a bar dot b bar. And if m a bar dot b bar is there, then we are able to take m, mean that scalar outside. So it can be written as m a bar dot b bar, or it can be written as a bar dot m b bar also. So these properties we are applying while solving the example. Now observe the next important result, that value of dot product is either equal to product of magnitude. Already just now we have seen one condition, if the two vectors are collinear, at that time value of dot product is equal to what? Product of their magnitude. But if they are non-collinear, at that time this value of dot product is less than product of their magnitude, because in the definition of dot product, product of three term is there. Now this value of cos theta lies in between what? 0 to means 1 to 0. If we'll go from 0 to what? 180. So that's why this value is decreasing. If theta is 0, at that time we can say that cos 0 is equal to 1. But as the angle is increasing 30, 45, then value of cos theta is decreasing, and it becomes 0 if theta will become what? It will become when theta will be 90, and again it is decreasing from pi by 2 to what? Pi. From pi by 2, at pi by 2 its value is 0, and at pi its value will be equals to what? Minus 1. Means value of cos theta is decreasing from what? 0 degree to 180 degree. That's why we can say that this here inequality appears. So value of dot product is equal to product of magnitude if vectors are collinear. If they are non-collinear, at that time here value of dot product is less than product of magnitude. And angle between two vectors. Again, this formula also we are getting applying same definition. So from this expression we can say that to find out value of cos theta, so take these two terms on this side. So these two terms are multiplied on this side it will get divided. Means what value we will get? Cos theta is equal to a bar dot b bar divided by magnitude of a bar into b bar. So cos theta is equal to a bar dot b bar divided by magnitude of a bar into b bar. Or if we are taking cos inverse on both sides, on this side cos inverse of cos theta will be equals to what? Theta. And on this side if you are taking cos inverse, so we will get cos inverse of a bar dot b bar divided by magnitude of a bar into b bar. Just simply by taking cos inverse on both sides, we will get the formula to find out value of theta, and theta is nothing but angle between two vectors. So this is the formula which is applicable to find out angle between two vectors. Again, few important results are there. Now we will discuss how to find out projection of vector a bar on b bar. So now try to understand what is the meaning of projection. Let us suppose that here two vectors are there. As is stand, we are finding projection of what? A bar on b bar. So let us suppose that this will be say vector b bar and this will be say vector a bar. And we are denoting their initial point say by O. Now from the terminal point of vector A, draw one perpendicular on vector B. And let us denote this foot of perpendicular by what? M. So again observe a bar and b bar are two co-initial vectors, means their initial point is what? Same. So from the terminal point of what? A bar, draw a perpendicular on which vector? B bar. And here we are denoted foot of perpendicular by what? M. Then this OM is called as projection of this vector A bar on which vector? B bar. So now OM is called as projection. Now we are trying to find out value of OM here. Let us denote the angle between these two vectors say by theta. Now here we have got one right angle triangle, and in right angle triangle we know that cos theta is equals to, cos theta is nothing but what? Adjacent upon hypotenuse. Adjacent is nothing but what? OM. And hypotenuse is nothing but what? A bar. But we have to consider only the length of this vector, and length of this vector is denoted by what? Magnitude of A bar. So means what is cos theta? Adjacent upon hypotenuse. Adjacent side is OM. Hypotenuse is nothing but length of this vector, means magnitude of A bar. So this implies that OM is equals to, this magnitude of A bar will get multiplied on this side. So on this side we will get magnitude of A bar into what? Cos theta. And what is OM? OM is nothing but projection of A bar on what? B bar. So which is equal to, keep this magnitude of A bar as it is, this cos theta also as it is. I am multiplying to numerator by magnitude of b bar, and that's why we are multiplying to denominator also by magnitude of b bar. Just simply multiply to numerator and denominator. Nothing is in the denominator, means 1 is always there. So simply we are multiplying to numerator and denominator by magnitude of what? B bar. So what result we will get in the numerator? Numerator is magnitude of a bar into magnitude of b bar into cos theta, which is nothing but definition of what? Dot product. So replace this whole numerator by a bar dot b bar. In the denominator, keep magnitude of b bar as it is. And this is the value of OM, where OM is nothing but what? Projection of a bar on b bar. In this way, we have got first formula to find out projection of a bar on b bar will be equals to a bar dot b bar upon magnitude of b bar. Now, this projection is called as scalar projection because the result which you are getting is in terms of what? Number, that length of OM. Now, if we want the projection in terms of what? Vector, then we have to find out the vector along what? Along OM bar. So, but which is the vector along OM bar? B bar. But we know that infinite vectors are there in this direction. So, but we want such vector whose magnitude is what? OM, but direction is like what? B bar. So that's why, and we know that the unit vector along this B bar will be B cap. So that's why to this number is nothing but value of what? OM. This number is nothing but value of OM. So we have considered only the magnitude of that projection. Now we are finding what? Vector means we are considering direction also. And which is the unit vector in the same direction? Definitely the unit vector along B bar is denoted by what? B cap. So if we are multiplying to this number by what? B cap, we are getting a vector of how much magnitude? This much magnitude, a bar dot b bar upon magnitude of b bar, but which is nothing but what? OM, and OM is nothing but what? Projection. And we have, if b cap is unit vector, so its magnitude is 1. So if we are multiplying to this OM by B cap, we will get a new vector whose magnitude is OM but direction is along B bar. And since we are getting vector quantity, that's why we can say that this projection is what? Vector projection. So B cap means unit vector along B bar can be found out applying which formula? B bar divided by magnitude of B bar. Now in the denominator, magnitude of B bar into magnitude of B bar will be square of magnitude. In the numerator, A bar dot B bar, keep it as it is. And here keep this B bar as it is. So this will be the formula to find out vector projection of A bar on B bar. Similarly, to find out projection of B bar on A bar, what result we will get? B bar, A bar dot B bar upon magnitude of A bar. And here, which vector will get multiplied? A bar. So means same, using same method, we are able to find out these results. So in this way, we have seen a formula to find out projection of A bar on B bar in scalar projection also and vector projection also. Now see the next important result which you are getting from this definition. So here we are finding dot product of two same vector. So let us consider one vector here. Let A bar is one vector. Then angle made by A bar with itself will be equals to what? 0 degree. Because here rotation is not there. A bar makes how much angle with A bar will be equals to 0. So we are applying this definition. According to this definition, first term is nothing but magnitude of first vector. Here also first term is we have taken magnitude of first vector. What is the second term? Magnitude of second vector. So here second vector is also A bar. So its magnitude is what? A bar. Into what? Cos theta. Theta is nothing but angle between these two vectors. But we know that A cap makes angle 0 with A cap. So that's why here we have replaced theta by what? 0. And we know that cos 0 is equal to 1. 1 into magnitude of A bar into magnitude of A bar will be equals to square of magnitude of A bar. Means what important result we are getting here? Dot product of same vector is equal to square of its magnitude. Now we are discussing now the very important results we are discussing, that is dot product of basic vector. The unit vector I cap, j cap, k cap along x, y and z axis are called as what? Basic vectors. Now we are finding dot product of I cap with j cap with k cap and k cap with what? I cap. Now we know that this x axis, y axis, z axis are mutually perpendicular. If these axes are mutually perpendicular, means these three vectors are also what? Mutually perpendicular. And we have already seen one important result, that if two vectors are perpendicular, then their dot product will be equals to what? 0. That's why we can say that I cap dot j cap or j cap dot k cap or k cap dot I cap will be equals to 0, because these vectors are mutually perpendicular. Now just now we have seen that dot product of same vector is equal to square of its magnitude. So I cap dot I cap will be equals to, means here we are finding dot product of what? Same vector, and dot product of same vector is equal to square of its magnitude. But what is the magnitude of I cap? It is unit vector, so its magnitude is 1. So I cap dot I cap is equal to square of its magnitude, means square of 1 will be equals to what? 1. In the same way we can say that j cap dot j cap or k cap dot k cap is also equals to 1, because these are also what? Unit vectors. Now using this, we are discussing the very important result in the dot product, which is Cartesian representation of what? Dot product. When we can say that vectors are in Cartesian form, if the vectors are expressed in terms of I cap, j cap, k cap, these are the vectors along Cartesian in Cartesian coordinate system. These are the vectors along x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. And that's why if vectors are represented in terms of I cap, j cap, k cap, then such representation is called as what? Cartesian representation. And in maximum examples, vectors are given in what? Cartesian form. That's why we should have to know how to find out the value of dot product if two vectors are given in what? Cartesian form. Let us we have taken here value of a bar is equal to a1 I cap plus b1 j cap plus c1 k cap, and b bar is equal to a2 I cap plus b2 j cap plus c2 k cap. Now we are finding value of their dot product. So now just now we have seen the dot product of what? Basic vector. Same result we are applying here. First we will take the dot product of, we are taking dot product of these two bracket, a bar dot b bar. So first we have substituted the value of a bar, keep this dot as it is, then we have substituted the value of what? B bar. Now take the dot product of a1 I cap with three terms in this bracket. So what is the dot product with first term? I cap dot I cap. I cap dot I cap is what? 1, and product of coefficient is a1 a2, means a1 a2 into 1, but not necessarily 1 here, plus now we are taking its dot product with second term. So I cap dot j cap, just we have seen that I cap dot j cap is equal to 0, means this product is 0. Then I cap dot k cap, these two vectors are also what? Mutually perpendicular. That's why this dot product is also equals to what? 0. Now take the dot product of this second term with all the terms in this bracket. J cap dot I cap is 0 because vectors are mutually perpendicular. J cap dot j cap is what? 1. Just now we have seen that this product is 1, and product of coefficients will be b1 into b2. b1 into b2, and j cap dot k cap is also equals to 0. Now take the dot product of this k cap with the three terms in this bracket. K cap dot I cap is 0, mutually perpendicular. K cap dot j cap is also 0 because these two vectors are also perpendicular, and k cap dot k cap is equal to 1, and 1 into what? C1 C2, means C1 C2. Means what result we are getting? A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2. What is A1 A2? A1 into A1 is coefficient of I cap in the first vector, A2 is the coefficient of I cap in the second vector. Means first term in the dot product is product of coefficient of I cap, then take product of coefficient of j cap plus product of coefficient of k cap. Means if two vectors are represented in Cartesian form, at that time just simply taking the product of coefficient of I cap plus j cap plus k cap, we are able to find out value of dot product. And this method we are applying, maximum times we are applying while solving the example. In this way we have seen the definition of dot product and all the important results related with what? Dot product. Well, today we will stop.